Gonna go live Allegro now. Let's find them. Wait for them to ping up. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. So guys, this is Allegro Boutique. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Allie. I'm our Director of Operations here at Allegro. I'm at our Barrington location today. We have 2 of them. I've been with the company, actually, I think, like really soon. It's the 8th or 9th, like anniversary of me working at the store, which is pretty fun. So that's pretty much who I am. I'm a dancer, and I'm one of our point fitters here.
Fabulous. Do you still dance too? Or
I do.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to show us around your store first of all?
Yeah, totally. Let me go over here. Flip you around. This is Allegro Barrington. This is the front of our store. Some things are bare because I've been grabbing products and shipping them to customers and not restocking.
Cool.
So this is our fitting area. It's pretty big, which is really
wow,
nice.
There's loads of mirrors. How many is there? One. Wow.
There's 4.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's really great. And then back here is Petite Allegro. It's for all of the little
adorable
ones. And then, yeah, the back of our store, which is looking pretty scary right now.
Welcome, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in and we'll answer as we go along. So how long has that particular store been there for? Quite a while?
Barrington has been here. We moved to this specific space in 2016, I think. Maybe 2015. No, 2015, I think. And then we have...
Sorry about that. My cat got stuck to the sleeve of my jumper and was starting to run off, and I was like, oh my God, you're taking me with you.
I've taken my dog to the store every day that I've come here. And today I left him because I was like, I don't need your shenanigans while I do this.
I've never had one of my cats do anything crazy like that whilst I've been live before.
That's what makes the live streams fun, though. You know,
absolutely. You never know what you're gonna get. So I'll just refresh my memory. So you guys have 2 stores, right?
We do.
Cool. And you offer pointe things at both, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Can you tell us a little bit about what to expect for a pointe thing with you? What's the kind of process you guys do? What should first timers be aware of, if anything?
We are pretty nerdy about point shoes here.
Perfect.
It's the thing that we do the most. When we do fittings by appointment, but we take walk-ins as well. And when our fittings last anywhere between 15 minutes if you're just coming to pick up your same shoe and want to make sure that it fits and it's good, to about an hour for a first time fitting. We have a pretty thorough process, I think. We look at the dancers' feet barefoot. We watch them do a few things, barefoot, and then we get to the shoe part. We have a lot of fitters on staff. I think that right now there's about 15 of us.
Wow. That's amazing.
And we have a lot of them between the 2 stores, and everybody kind of has their own thing and their own way of doing things, which is really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Our fitters go through a crazy lengthy training process. When people ask me about it, I kind of liken it to learning how to drive a car. There's book learning that they do. And then, there's fitting that they do with a senior fitter. The behind the wheel portion, if you will. And then we kind of released them into the wild and let them go with a senior fitter nearby, and kind of step them through the process like that. And everybody kind of takes their own journey with their training. But we're all dancers who have danced on pointe, who fit pointe shoes, which I think helps, when you can really describe what you're feeling from the inside. And when somebody says, well, I'm on pointe, but like I can't really feel my big toe and it feels like I'm floating, like, and you're like, oh yeah, I know what that is. And you can troubleshoot that for them. It's kind of great.
Cool. So what kind of people do you fit? Do you fit everybody from beginner to professional level? Do you have studios nearby? Do you get a lot of kind of studios come in, or do you travel as well with it?
All of the above. So we are super fortunate that in both of the areas where our stores are, there are studios within walking distance.
Oh, wow.
There are a ton of studios out here. It's crazy. I live I live like 20 minutes away, and I pass probably 10 studios on my way. It's crazy.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And then our Evanston location is situated just north of the city. So the city of Chicago. So we get a lot of the professionals in that location as well. Yeah. Which is really nice. We get some out here in the suburbs too. And then, we do group fittings. So if a studio has a small group of dancers, we will open the store just to them and allow them to come in. If they're first timers or if they're dancers who have been on pointe before, we have events kind of catered to both situations, and we do events with them. And then, yes, we travel. I'm super bummed about, the shelter in place policy that took effect, because we had a few on-site events planned throughout this that hopefully we'll reschedule. But we do all of the things.
Fantastic. So with regards to Nikolay pointe shoes, what models do you guys carry?
We carry the 2007 and now the 3007. The 2007 and 3007 Pro, and Pro Flex, the Nova and the Nova Flex, the Miracle,
cool,
the Maya, the Dream Point 2007, the Smart Point.
Wow, you guys got a good variety.
I'm missing some, I'm sure. What have I not named?
I reckon, you know what, you guys should get Super Triumph Pre-Arch. That's another really lovely shoe, because the guys who wear Maya 1 will really love Super Triumph Pre-Arch. And also because it's padded on the inside like Dream Point 2007, and it also has the Thermo shanks, but the shanks are thicker than the Dream Point 2007. And it's got the same lovely flexible paste in the box as well. It's one of my top shoes. That would be a really good one for you to add.
I snuck in the Dream Point 2007 into our inventory kind of on accident. I was interested in it. I had seen it. And so we ordered it in for a customer that I thought it would work on. And then our fitters fell in love with it.
It's amazing,
and
right?
without actually stocking it and not having a lot of people trying it on, we had ordered like 15 or 20 of them, a lot of them. And then we just started slowly adding them in. And actually after our webinar last week, the staff started texting me about like, are we going to get this shoe? Are we going to get that shoe?
Oh, wow.
Like,
great.
Don't worry. We'll probably get all the shoes.
That's amazing. And like I was saying in the last Thursday about the fact that it's important to carry shoes on different lasts. And it's nice that you guys have already got a great selection, because we want more retailers to obviously understand that the more lasts they have, the more types of feet they can fit, but also it opens up people's eyes to the brands more and makes them understand that there's so much variety. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Grishko. Mr. Grishko's here.
Hello. I think that's one of the things that I struggle with as a fitter, when people will come to me and say, well, I can't have this brand, either because they've had a bad experience in it, or maybe their teacher doesn't allow it. you know, I struggle with that because I know, having experience with so many shoes, that there is probably a shoe for you. And we just haven't found it yet, or you just haven't been fit properly. Maybe you didn't, you know, I can't tell you how many people we fit that come to us having prior fitting experiences, and they'll say like, well, I can't wear a Grishko, my foot is too wide. And I'm like, well,
I know, I get that too.
well, what size are you wearing and what shoe are you wearing? And they're like, oh, I'm wearing a 2007 and a 3X. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, there are more X's than that. And also there are more styles than that. So.
Exactly. It's always funny when you get dancers like that and then you sit them down and make them realize, and they're like, oh, I didn't realize that I could actually, you know, look good and fit and make it comfortable. Right.
Well, and the cool thing for me personally, I've worn the Grishko and the Nikolay shoes pretty much my entire career.
Oh, wow.
And so I've been through like a lot of different styles to then finally figuring out what shoe is for me.
Sure.
And for the longest time, it was the 2007, but I 3/4 shanked it. Because, and again, it was so great because, like we were talking about in the webinar last week, when you have like a pretty bendy foot, if you go too hard in the shank, it puts that weird pressure, and then the shank will snap. Absolutely. And that was exactly what was happening to me. And so I started 3/4 shanking it. And recently I put on the 3007 Pro Flex, and I cried because if I had only had that shoe most of my life, I probably would still be dancing on pointe way more than I am now.
Sure. So I also hear that you are like the premier dance retailer in the Chicago area. How did you become like one of the best? What was your kind of like secrets to your success right now?
Going to a more well-lit area. I felt like it was in the dark back there. I mean, I think that one of the things that that Allegro really excels at is in engaging with our customer and understanding our customer. I mean, our pointe shoe inventory doesn't hurt. In general, I mean, that's part of the beauty of having two locations is we carry a lot between the two. And right now our Nikolay stock is split between the two, which is why we can offer so many styles. But, you know, we don't take any of it lightly. Most of us have learned from having poor pointe fitting experiences in our own history. And just, you know, understanding that when dancers walk in the door, what they want. And understanding that each foot that you look at and you fit is super individual, and there's no, you know, cookie cutter way to handle it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also bridging the gap and really being the liaison between the studio needs and teachers' needs and the dancers' needs. Because, you know, we know that sometimes those can come in conflict with one another because a dancer wants one shoe and a teacher wants another. And we really understand that because we've all been there, and most of us are teachers and we do dance on pointe. So it really helps.
Absolutely. Like even I've heard, I mean, I've not been to the area you're in, but I've heard that, you know, you've got like there's two branded stores in the same area, and it's really cool that you guys are like, you know, doing incredible and showing people how it's done. It's amazing. It's all about that service, you know. I always say this to people that have come to me that have had a bad experience anywhere else. They say to me that, you know, the fitter didn't listen to them. They didn't describe how to solve any of the problems they were getting. And it's so important to communicate, but also to take time with the customer, you know. And even my own experience, sometimes I've been in shops where they literally just sit you down. They're like, right, what size are you? Okay, yep, try that. They don't tell you what they're trying you in. They don't look at your bare feet. Oh my God, like what's that all about? You've got to look at the dancer's feet.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's so hard too because, you know, how many people do we fit that they're like, oh, I have a really tricky foot, or you know, they've been told, they're like, oh, I have flat feet, or shoes just don't look good on me. And you look at their feet and you're like, I have fit wider feet than yours, flatter feet than yours. Like you just, the poor dancer has just not been put in the right shoe.
Absolutely.
And, you know, my favorite thing, like I always say, like, I love solving problems and I love puzzles. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
pointe fitting is to me. It's a fun puzzle.
Absolutely.
And so I love it when I get those like tricky feet. And people are like, oh, well, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. And I'm like, oh, it's going to work. I'm like, we're going to figure it out together. And, you know, too, having the knowledge of multiple brands of shoes and styles of shoes, it really does help when, you know, a dancer comes to you and wants to try something specific, and you can really kind of problem solve with them and usually get them what they want, which is super great, because isn't that why we're here?
I agree. And it's all about going that extra mile and helping people also overcome any insecurities they might have with their feet. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I get dancers that have been really damaged mentally by some bad fittings, and not just the shoe, but also what people have told them. You know, even they've had teachers that have said to them, oh, you're never going to be good on pointe because of your ankles, or, you know, you don't have enough turnout. You know, it's just so rude.
Yeah.
As we know, okay, you know, the dancer has to do so much, so does the shoe. We have to work together as one. But also, it's really damaging for dancers if they're getting spoken to in such a way, especially by fitters that don't even know them. Like, what's that all about?
No, it's true. And I traveled around and did some pop-up shops at YGP this year. And
oh, cool.
The most fun thing for me is seeing those dancers that I fit after they perform. Like, they'll come up to me, and even if I wasn't their fitter, I mean, at this point I do more outside of the store than I do in the store. So a lot of the compliments that, you know, Allegro is getting are from our fitters, and not just me, which is so great, because that's how you build a brand, that's how you build a business. And
absolutely,
you know, it's so fun at YAGP or at these other performances and competitions when dancers will take their time to come up to me and say, like, this is where I get my shoes fit, or this is my fitter, and, you know, I did really well, and I did really well because of you. And, you know, just again, to make a difference in another dancer's life is super great. And that's,
absolutely,
you know, that's one of our core values. That's why we exist. That's why Allegro exists, is to, you know, help support other dancers and the dance community. Oh, definitely. We have one of our ambassadors on here.
Oh, cool.
She says hi. Hi, Natalia.
Sorry, I just got a reply to something. One moment.
That's okay.
If you've got a topic you'd like to talk about whilst I'm just replying to this, please feel free to get it started. And if everyone's got questions, pop it in, please.
Yeah, we like questions. I said when I posted when I reposted the thing about the talk today, I was like, who knows what'll happen when two people who love pointe shoes as much as us get together and have a conversation.
So Mr. Grishko wants this stream to be on both Grishko World and Nikolay World. So what we'll have to do is take a little break for like 5 minutes, because I have to boot my Mac into this piece of software that basically mirrors the stream on here, if that makes sense.
It does.
But it means that we get double the viewers, and it means that we can get participation from both accounts. Cool. So we'll take a 5-minute break. So everybody watching, please do come back. And we'll be streaming it from both Grishko World and Nikolay World. So I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Good.
Bye.
Bye.